Good day, everyone. Today we'll talk about systems of planting, the different ways farmers arrange crops in the field. These systems are designed to make the best use of land, improve harvests, and keep farming sustainable. By learning them, we'll understand how planting methods affect productivity and the environment. Let's begin and discover which system works best in different situations. Let's quickly review what we learned about growing media. Growing media refers to organic materials or substrate that support plant growth by providing optimal pH conditions and sufficient nutrients. We can use soil or soilless. For soil, we have garden soil, compost, and river sand. And for soilless, we have peat moss, sawdust, cocoa coir, rice hull, and animal manure. So how do we prepare growing media? So we can prepare this by having the ratio 25% soil or garden soil and 75% soilless mix for sowing seeds. And for transplanted seedlings, we can use the ratio or proportion 50% soilless mix and 50% compost. Now that we've reviewed growing media, let's move on to some important words we'll encounter in our lesson. These vocabulary terms will help us better understand the topic of planting systems. First, we have orchard, a piece of land where fruits or fruit trees are grown. Ang orchard ay hindi basta taniman lang. Ito ay planadong lugar kung saan pinangangalagaan ng mga puno upang magkaroon ng masaganang ani. Karaniwan itong ginagamit para sa commercial na produksyon ng prutas. Next, we have optimize, to make the best or most effective use of a situation, opportunity, or resources. Kapag sinabi nating i-optimize, ang layunin ay masulit ang lahat ng resources, tulad ng lupa, tubig, at oras, para makamit ang pinakamagandang resulta. Halimbawa, sa pagsasaka, ang pag-optimize ng lupa ay nangangahulugang paggamit ng tamang abono at tamang sistema sa pagtatanim upang mas mataas ang ani. Equidistant, at equal distances from two or more points. Nangangahulugang pantay ang layo mula sa dalawa o higit pang punto. Equilateral, having all sides of equal length. Karaniwang ginagamit ito sa hugis tulad ng tatsulok na may tatlong pantay sa gilid. Sa pagtatanim, maaari rin itong ilarawan sa mga layout na pantay ang pagitan ng bawat puno. Elevation, the height of a place above sea level or ground level. Mahalaga ang elevation sa pagtatanim dahil nakakapekto ito sa klima at uri ng halaman maaaring tumubo. Halimbawa, ang mga gulay ay mas madaling tumubo sa mataas na lugar na malamig ang klima. Now that we've unlocked and understood these terms, we can use them as we go through our lesson on planting system. These words will guide us in describing layouts, distances, and conditions in farming more clearly. Let's have a quick activity. I will show you different planting layouts, and your task is to identify the shapes formed by the arrangement of plants. Now look closely at the layouts I present and tell me what shape do you see. Here's our first planting layout. Take a look carefully. What shape do you see here? Alright, let's move on to the next layout. Observe the arrangement and tell me what shape does this layout form. Now let's check the third one. Focus on the spacing and pattern. What shape can you identify? Okay, let's go to the next layout and see what shape this arrangement forms. Now here's another one. Observe carefully. What shape can you identify here? Finally, let's look at our last layout. Based on the spacing and pattern, what shape do you think this represents? Planting patterns are important in establishing a farm as they play a vital role in optimizing space utilization, maximizing productivity, and facilitating efficient management practices. Ang mga pattern ng pagtatanim ay hindi lang basta ayos ng halaman sa bukid. Ito ay nakaaapekto sa dami ng sikat ng araw na natatanggap ng mga tanim, sa daloy ng hangin at tubig, pati na rin sa polinasyon at kadalian ng pag-alaga. Kapag tama ang pattern, mas nagiging maayos ang paglaki ng mga halaman at mas napapadali ang pagmamahala ng bukid. The chosen planting pattern determines how crops or trees are arranged within the farm, influencing factors such as sunlight exposure, airflow, water distribution, pollination, and ease of maintenance. Ang napiling pattern ng pagtatanim ay nakakaapekto sa paglaki ng mga halaman dahil dito nakasalalay kung gaano karaming sikat ng araw ang matatanggap, kung maayos ang daloy ng hangin at tubig, at kung magiging madali ang pag-alaga at pag-aani. Kaya mahalagang piliin ang tamang pattern para masiguro ang masaganang ani at maayos na pamamahala sa bukid. Now that we understand the importance of planting patterns, let's explore the different planting systems used in farms. Each system has its own arrangement and purpose, and knowing them will help us see how farmers optimize space productivity. Let's begin with the Quincamp system. In this method, trees are planted at the corners of a square with an additional tree in the center. This helps maximize space and makes use of vacant areas. Here's the layout. Four trees are planted at the corners of a square, and a fifth tree is planted in the center. Here are the advantages of Quincunx system. It maximizes the use of available space, it ensures uniform distribution of plants, and facilitates efficient irrigation and fertilization. Next is the square system. Here, trees are planted at equal distances in rows and columns, forming perfect squares. This system is simple, easy to manage, and allows good spacing for cultivation. Here is the layout. Each plant is equidistant from its neighbors in rows and columns, forming perfect squares. The advantages of square system are the following. It simplifies layout and maintenance, facilitates easy access for cultivation, irrigation, and harvesting, and also provides uniform growth and distribution. Now let's look at the hexagonal system. In this layout, each tree is surrounded by six others, forming a hexagon. This system uses land more efficiently and allows more trees to be planted per area. This layout, each plant is positioned at the vertices of equilateral triangles. For the advantages, it maximizes plant density and land use efficiency. It ensures equal space for each plant to grow and facilitates better light interception and airflow. And finally, the triangular system. Trees are arranged at the corners of equilateral triangles. This pattern provides better sunlight, exposure, and airflow compared to the square system. Its layout, plants form an array of triangles, providing a compact and efficient layout. The advantages of triangular system are the following: maximizes space utilization, enhances uniformity in plant growth, and is suitable for hilly or uneven terrains. Last, we have contour system. Plants are arranged along the natural contours of the land, following the elevation lines. For the layout, rows of plants follow the natural slope of the land, often used in hilly or sloped areas. Contour system reduces soil erosion by following the land's natural shape. It also improves water conservation and distribution and suitable for areas with significant topographical variation. Let's sum up. Planting patterns play a vital role in optimizing space utilization, maximizing productivity, and facilitating efficient management practices. It determines how crops or trees are arranged within the farm, influencing factors such as sunlight, exposure, airflow, distribution of water, pollination, and ease of maintenance. Again, planting systems includes Kwenkang system, square system, hexagonal system, triangular system, and contour system. Thank you so much. I hope you learned something today.